How about some more Doctor Who news, ladies and gentlemen? Because now, outlets like The Verge here are very upset with the way all of this new Doctor Who stuff has been handled. They say that it's very problematic. They need to go back and change this immediately. How dare they do this? This is a slap in the face. This isn't what they were asking for. They were supposed to do better, and they didn't. And now, all of these websites like The Verge are starting to turn on Russell T. Davies and what he did with the 15th Doctor. Is he the 15th Doctor, by the way? Because what if the 14th Doctor dies and actually regenerates? What does he become? 14 and a half? I'm not sure how this works now. This is such a mess. And I'm just on the outside looking in to this property because I'm not really a big Doctor Who fan, but I cover entertainment, and this is a big one. So, as you know, the Doctor split in two. The 14th one is still running around, and the 15th one is running around. And therein lies the problem, because they kept the old white one and didn't give the spotlight to the new one completely. Ladies and gentlemen, Russell T. Davies and the people behind Doctor Who are now, you guessed it, racist. Got Was Run seemed poised to do the same, but everything about the way the giggle brings 15 into the picture, from the way he's left standing in his underwear while 14 remains mostly clothed, to the implication that the two doctors will seemingly coexist, makes it seem as if Davies is trying to placate the contingent of fans who don't want to accept a queer black actor playing the Doctor role to keep Tennant in the mix.
This guy is fucking stupid!
So they're mad that he was in his underwear when he split. Now, I thought the reason he was in his underwear is because he split in two, so he shared the clothing. Didn't the original Doctor lose some of his clothing when they split into two? I don't know. Who cares? The whole thing that they're mad about with this is the fact that the original Doctor is still around, and that it's racist tropes to keep the 15th and him at the same time, because now he exists to support the old one. like it's always a reach with this. And they go on to talk about fans who aren't happy with changes in the characters, notably race swaps. And, of course, those people are racist, even though they mention here that people like Mace Windu, but hated when Finn picked up a lightsaber. Well, if they like Mace Windu, how can they be racist just because they don't like Finn? It's a dumb point that they make there, because I don't understand. Like, so if you just don't like a character, you're racist because of what they look like? You can just not like a character. And I don't even dislike Finn, by the way. I think Finn is one of the better parts of the sequel trilogy, and it could have been better if they'd actually worked that character right and turned him into a Jedi who works, or who gets discovered by Luke Skywalker and trained. Oh, wait, they didn't do any of that. Never mind. He didn't train anybody, actually. He just died on a rock after using a hologram of himself. So stupid. But anyway, this isn't a Star Wars video. The trappings and optics of the giggle also add an unfortunate kind of magical Negro quality to 15's heart-to-heart talks with 14, which is a concept that seems like it might be lost on Doctor Who's writer's room. The two doctors defeat the Toymaker together, but the episode's real emotional climax comes as 15 explains himself as a product of emotional healing that the 14th hasn't done yet. The concept of time traveler doing rehab out of order certainly sounds cool on page, but within the episode itself, it frames 15 less as his own person living for himself, and more as a source of emotional support for 14, who ends up being inspired by 15's sage wisdom. I'm not making that up, by the way. Apparently, this is a real thing, this word here. Apparently, this is a guy in the movies where the black character is just there to help the white guy on his journey, and he mainly speaks in folksy sayings. I don't know much about blah, blah, but a man's got to have his blah. Mr. T, it's the wise janitor. So, this is a really good example of the left eating itself, by the way, which is what this seems to be. And they tried to please them with this one, and they're not. They bring up here, so all of those companions are going to apparently, with the 14th Doctor, be in some spin-off project called Unit. Marvel's answer to S.H.I.E.L.D., or their Doctor Who's answer to Marvel's S.H.I.E.L.D. Sword Saber. That's pretty much the article here. They're just mad that the other one's around, and that the new one was born from racist stereotype tropes, and he's forever tainted from that. This Verge article, and by the way, I do agree that it's dumb that there's two doctors. They should have just moved in with this one and stuck to their guns. I do think it's weak that you have to, because it makes no sense. Because when he regenerates, what is the 14th Doctor going to regenerate into? Because there's already a 15th one. They should have called him the Neo Doctor or something, honestly. But what the hell do I know? So this is just funny to me. So they tried to do something progressive and they got shut down. But these articles from The Verge and other outlets are almost up. All these outlets are running out of money. It's only a matter of time till we stop seeing more of this. I think The Verge, Vice, all those outlets, Kotaku, they're on their way out the door. Vox just laid off a bunch of people. And I believe they own either Polygon or Kotaku. So anyway, this is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.